So, as you may or may not know, Jose is out, Shogun is in, and we're well underway in terms of preseason. What you probably didn't know is that I recorded that first episode of this series in like November, and I was just patiently waiting for him to get sacked, result after result after result, and eventually it happened, so I released it the next day. That's how that happened. But back into this series, we have made some signings in midfield. We already made some signings in defence, but in midfield we managed to pick up Sebastian Rode, Sander Berger, I believe it's pronounced Berger. They've both come in and I'm pretty happy with them as signings. I was also looking at Saul, but the money was mad. Even though we agreed terms, it just was a bit mad. Wouldn't give me any freedom to continue doing things in the transfer market. I would have to move around budgets, all of that mad stuff. So we passed on that for now. Also, managed to sign Mbabu from Young Boys, and I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far in pre-season. But now we face Barcelona and Milan in our biggest test so far before the Premier League begins. Let's do this. So, the side we've gone for today against Barcelona: delete Bailly and Smalling in a back three with Tierney and Hisai on the wing-back positions. De Gea starts in goal, Rudd and Fred in midfield, Mata in behind, a young front two of Greenwood and Martial. A pretty full-strength side there from Barcelona, with the exception of Luis Suarez. But this side should be able to do at least enough to prove to the manager that they are worth their places in the squad. Barcelona, of course, are always going to be the favourites here, but so far in pre-season, this Manchester United side have looked strong. Barcelona on the attack here. Messi looks to find Vidal. Vidal pushes out wide. Probably could have had the shot, and Jordi Alba's cross is blocked. And Husai finds Martial out wide on the right. Fred, Mata, Husai again. And this Man United side have taken on a different passing style since Shogun's come in. And that was a chance for Rudd to score a goal on his first Man United start, albeit in a friendly. A game against Barcelona, you'll take those as whenever they'll come. Manchester United on the ball again. Kieran Tierney, he's had a great start to the season, and Mason Greenwood nearly put us 1-0 up, but fired straight at the goalkeeper. But the youngsters have been looking very, very good so far. Very, very encouraged by their performances. Mata just needs a little bit of a kick up the arse at the moment, and that seems to have done the trick. So hopefully he'll get a bit more involved in the game now. And Jordi Alba now with a corner. That's dealt with. Fred can get that up as far as nobody. And a great tackle there, but Barcelona is still on the ball. Lionel Messi puts it in the back of the net, but he is offside, and we get away with that. And at half-time, we go in 0-0, but we've definitely been dominating this game so far. Mason Greenwood's been good so far, but he's looking a bit tired. So we're going to bring on Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez and Martial. That should be pretty good. I like playing Sanchez through the middle. Having him pressing the back line and creating chances as well. And hopefully he'll have a positive effect against his former club. And we're on the way for this second half here. Barcelona get us underway. So far I've been very encouraged, and Fred with a good challenge there. I've been very encouraged by our performance so far. Not only today but throughout pre-season we've been looking very good. Now Rudd finds Fred, and that one's blocked to charge down. Now Barcelona on the counter. And Munir finds Jordi Alba, who tries to whip one in, but that's dealt with comfortably. Husai, what can he do on the edge of the box? Oh, Alexis. A chance to score against his former club there. Messi's corner, not the greatest one. Munir with his shot straight at De Gea. De Gea's comfortable. De Gea's comfortable dealing with those. But we need to make some changes here. Bringing on Mbabu for Husai in that wing-back position there. And I think that suits him pretty well. He's a slightly more aggressive player than Huisai. Younger as well. There's a lot of potential in this kid. We'll see how it goes. It's a bit of a baptism of fire, but if he's going to play for this United side, he's going to have to put in great performances. So it's a good way to get him in, get him started, get him in the mix, see what he's really capable of. Juan Mata floats that one in, and Eric Bailly at some point has got to start getting those headers on target. Semedo closed down, and oh, Fred scores just as we were just about to give a few players a little bit of a G up. Road finds Fred, and Fred just swazzes that into the corner, potentially off the post there, and we're 1-0 up against Barcelona. And to be fair, we've been looking good. We've deserved this so far. We've been completely dominating Barcelona. Oh, great tackle there from Mbabu, and that is one way to get the Man United fans on your side. Now Martial finds Tierney, and that's just off target there. Gave to Stegen something to think about though. And now this is going to present a different issue for us. Barcelona are obviously going to look to try and get this game back. And we could probably do with some fresh heads at the back. Luke Shaw's going to come off for Tierney. So Luke Shaw's in there as a defensive wing back now, just to help keep things a little bit tighter. Fresh legs, and also you've always got to be ready for Lionel Messi to try and come with a moment of brilliance. So I think that will just help with dealing with that. Just under 10 minutes left to go, and Barcelona are on the attack here. Sergio Busquets finds Sergio Roberto. Semedo out on the right hand side. Jordi Alba, and closed down again. And Mbabu gets his body in the way, and we are looking good. We're looking so solid right now, but also looking very potent on the attack as well. We are 1-0 up against Barcelona as they get this throwing in here. And delete with a clearance, and then the shot was straight at De Gea. He managed to keep it out. It's a little bit of a scramble in the box, and Mbabu again with another fantastic challenge. And what a player this kid looks to be. Does not seem remotely phased about the fact that he's playing Barcelona. Barcelona on the attack again as they look to try and enjoy this game level. Jordi Alba getting a lot of the ball right now, and Mbabu with another solid challenge there. Ball goes up high, and Lenglet stops Martial from getting in behind. Samper, Jordi Alba, again another block by Mbabu, and he's looking very, very good right now. Semedo and Eric Bailly. Delete stops Messi getting in behind with some great positioning. Jordi Alba yet again, a key attacking component for them, but he's just being shot down. Road finds Alexis now. Can he get a cross in? And that cross is blocked. He goes out for a corner. Juan Mata going to look to whip this one in. It's easy for Silicent. Jordi Alba again. Barcelona depending on that left side quite heavily. Marquez dealt with Semedo by Sergio Roberto. Semedo again. Luke Shaw with the block. We're looking very, very solid defensively here, and that's out. And we have won that 1-0. Absolutely dominated Barcelona. We're looking good. We've beaten some really soft teams early on, but I mean, this is Barcelona, arguably one of the best teams arguably the best team in Europe, and we've managed to beat them convincingly. I'll take that. Okay, so after all of that died down a little bit, we got a scout report from Jim Lawler, who has brought a kid called Yuri Alberto to my attention, and he looks like he is definitely one for the future. He wouldn't get into the team now, but he looks like he could be very, very good. He's 17 years old. There are a lot of very good Brazilians coming out right now, so it would be silly of me to ignore this generation that's coming through. And he's already a very good finisher, fantastic finisher for his age. Good off the ball movement as well, which is, it's hard to teach somebody that, So the fact that he's already got that at the age of 17 means it will be good to improve on that. We could have a world-class poacher on our hands. He's not going to cost a lot of money, partly because he's coming from Brazil, partly because he's so young. And he's already a better player than Mason Greenwood, according to our scouts. And I'm a big fan of Greenwood. He looks like a very, very good player going forward. Someone I expect to be a first teamer within the next few years. So to have someone of that similar quality in Yuri Alberto makes a lot of sense. I think we'd be foolish not to put in a transfer bid for him. So I'm selecting my captains for the year, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna make Kieran Tierney my captain, and make one of the older boys a vice captain. But I think showing that level of faith in Tierney, who's clearly got the attributes for it, even if he's only 21. If you're a leader, you're a leader. So I think having him as our captain would be brilliant. Ander Herrera is a choice, but there's a chance that he might be moving on, potentially going to China. So Phil Jones is probably a better choice there. Kieran Tierney and Phil Jones are club captains for the year. Now for this match against AC Milan, and here is the squad. The same back line as last time, but Mbabu starts this time. The midfield hasn't changed. Juan Mata in behind Martial and Rashford this time. We've got some more of our first teamers back, so they'll be getting chances. But against this AC Milan side, I'm expecting a good result. They're not quite the Milan of yesteryear, but they've got some good players. Martial and Rashford to get us on the way, and Tierney straight away just to whip in a good cross, and Fred has got an opportunity here, and really should have just got that into that 6-yard box. We could have been a goal up within the first minute there. There aren't many players in this Milan side that really concern me in terms of the players we're putting out here. Bearing in mind, this still isn't our strongest side, but it is a good one. And Mbabu finds Fred. Fred switches that play out to Tierney, who flips it back over to Mbabu. Cross it in. Tierney's header straight into the hands of Jose Pepe Reina. Martial now finds Rashford, and that one trickles under. I think that's come off Simic. It has. It's been given as an own goal, but we'll take it. Martial with a great touch. Puts it into that area there, the danger area, and Pepe Reina couldn't react to the deflection. Probably had the initial shot covered. But we are 1-0 up already within the first 5 or 10 minutes. Brilliant. I guess I could take this opportunity to talk about how I've got this team set up. So obviously we've got 3/5 at the back, with those wing backs providing pretty much all of our width, apart from where Martial or Alexis tend to drift out wide. And oh, Milan have got an attack here, and that's been dealt with. Okay, cool. Well, the idea is to have numbers at the back, but to play an attacking style of football. So when we do lose the ball, obviously we have that big wall of bodies in front of the ball, ready to stop that, ready to launch quick counters. And when we're not countering, and when we've just got a lot of possession of the ball, we like to move it about, move it from side to side as well. Look for those good openings, and play attacking football. We've always got numbers in attack. As you can see there, Mbabu, with his first goal for Manchester United, he gets a start. And he takes that opportunity there. Let's just talk about that. Mbabu, with that finish, we had, at the time he scored, we had 4 players in the box. And a 5th player just coming in there. But then you see when we lose the ball, we also have that defensive stability as well, which allows us to attack more comfortably. And Matt's free kick there goes just wide. We can attack more comfortably, more confidently, whilst knowing that we are still defensively solid, but not having to park the bus. Mata now with this corner. Not a free kick there. Can he keep this in? He can. Now finds Fred back out to Mata. Fred again. And we're just keeping the possession here. We don't need to rush anything. We're 2-0 up in the first half. Fred floats that back out to Tierney, who whips that in, and Pepe Reina picks that up at his near post. But we are playing some good stuff. Mata with a free kick, and it wasn't comfortable for Reina. Essentially, they managed to get that behind for a corner, and Rashford's going to float this one in. Not the greatest corner in the world. And now AC Milan could be on the counter here. And this is where you see the numbers get back very quickly. And we can deal with that straight away. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. That is my philosophy in a nutshell. Getting all the numbers into the right parts of the pitch when you need them. And I feel like a 3 at the back formation allows you to do that very, very efficiently. Mata now finds Roda. And we do play well down this left-hand side. It's got to be said. And at half-time, we are 2-0 up. Simic with an own goal. And Kevin Mbabu, a new right wing-back, puts one in off the post. And we're 2-0 up and looking very, very convincing. I was a little bit worried that we might struggle against the bigger teams of Barcelona and AC Milan, having just steamrolled smaller teams early on in pre-season, but we are looking very, very good right now. Mbabu out on the right-hand side finds Mata. Mata with a shot and it's just wide. I think now will be a pretty good opportunity to bring on some other players here. Rotate things a little bit. We've got some players who are looking a little bit complacent, so we want to shake that up. And we'll bring on Lukaku. He's going to have to prove himself to me. He's done for Martial. And we're going to go with a poacher as opposed to a target man. I like that in terms of his skill set. I think also bringing on Andres Pereira for Mata is a good move as well. I'm looking to use AP a lot this season. I think he's a very, very good player. Definitely the future. So Pereira and Lukaku both coming on. And hopefully they can do the business. AC Milan now have a corner. Calhanoglu, free kick specialist, puts it out to Helinovic. And offside flag's been given there. Strange one, but we'll take it. Andres Pereira. Oh! Wait. I was going to say, why aren't they celebrating? Pereira with a good free kick in there. And Rashford is offside after that cannon's off the bar. Could have scored himself then. Reina didn't even react. We're still in control of this game. 60% possession. And we're bossing it. And Herrera's going to come on for Fred to do that box-to-box roll. Just keep the pressure on. Bring that energy into midfield. Don't let Milan get back into this game. Andres Pereira stands over this free kick and it's in! Andreas Pereira with a great free kick at the near post. Up and over the wall. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, fantastic. The defence are not happy with Reina. They felt he could have done better. Andres Pereira off the bench with a goal. And a 3-0, you'd think this game is pretty much sewn up. And Alexis Sanchez now coming on for the last 20 or so minutes. Potentially pile even more misery on this less than convincing AC Milan side. We'll say that. But looks like we've got a little bit of a knock on road. So we don't really have many more midfield options. It looks like we're probably going to have to put James Garner on, to be honest. Matic is still carrying a knock as well. So there's no point risking that at this point in a game where it's pretty much won. So yeah, we'll give Garner a chance. Let him prove himself. As Calhanoglu stands over a free kick, and that's not what you expect from him. Calhanoglu, it's an easy save for De Gea. AC Milan starting to have a few more attacks here now. But we are limiting them to half chances here, pot shots there. This game has never even remotely looked concerning for us. Garner with a great ball out to Tierney, who puts that in, and somehow Milan managed to get that one clear. That could have been 4. Andres Pereira, who's had a fantastic pre-season for us. and managed to mark that with a goal today. Very happy with him. And Lukaku now, what can he do? Oh! How have we not scored there? Both Tierney and Alexis missing from close range. We're absolutely all over this Milan side. I think that is pretty much going to be it at this point. We're looking good. We've got a corner, last chance for us to score or do anything with this game now. And surely that's it. Yeah, the final whistle. And that brings our pre-season to a close. We've been absolutely flawless in pre-season. Won all our games. I don't even think we've conceded a single goal in pre-season other than the friendly against the Manchester United under 23s. So literally the only team that has scored against Manchester United is Manchester United. We've been fantastic in pre-season. I'm looking forward to getting started against Fulham, I believe, in our opening game. We've got to go into that feeling quite confident. Yep, there we go. It is Fulham. We've got to feel confident about that. Surely 3 points in the bag, as long as we play the way we know we can. And we've got a small matter of transfer deadline day before that first game of the season. But that'll be for next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the side we've put together so far. Where you think we're going to finish in the season. Am I going to hit that 80 goal target I set myself? 80 goals throughout the season, I think, is reasonable for the way we've set up. We want to be solid, but we also want to play attacking football and score goals and make United great again. Until next time, take care. Peace.